This episode is brought to you by... If you appreciate craftsmanship and doing things the right way, well, that's what Bardstown Bourbon is all about. They're not just making bourbon, they're pushing the standard forward. Smooth, bold, layered with flavor. Whether you're winding down after a long week or celebrating a big win, it just fits. Bardstown Bourbon. Modern flavor, timeless craftsmanship. Green River Whiskey is authentic Kentucky whiskey with no gimmicks and no shortcuts. It's just done right. Smooth, balanced, and refined over generations. Whether you're sitting around with friends or relaxing after a long day, raise a glass to a good conversation and even better company. Green River Whiskey. Welcome, everybody, to the Travel Dads Podcast. I am your host, Jason Corley, alongside my amigo,
Jacob Moreno. Bienvenidos a otro episodio de Travel Dad Podcast.
You know, you've said that I don't even know how many times now, and I still don't know. I still can't repeat it. Like I know you're saying it, but I'm not listening, I guess is what I'm saying. So, but what's up, man? We haven't. I feel like it's been a month since we've had a podcast, considering last week we did it on Tuesday.
Yeah, it seems like a while. I don't know.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, I said the same thing. Just like today, I was like, man, we got doing it. Seems like a while.
Oh,
seems like we've been.
You know what? I have to hold on a second. And scene. Howdy, y'all. Hey, welcome to the Travel Dads Podcast. I am your host, Jason, and I don't want to offend anybody with a straight bill ball cap, so I went ahead and got myself my hat.
Yeah,
apparently, there's a lot more people that hate straight bill, flat bill, duck bill, whatever kind of bill hat you want to yell at us for having a bill. My cousin, shout out Jake Pearson from Clay County, West Virginia. When Clay County, West Virginia tells you have a problem with your hat, you probably have a problem with your hat. So I actually originally, Jacob, I have a hat downstairs and I literally crushed it this morning with the ball peen hammer, and I was going to wear it, but I couldn't find my fishing hook to put in the side.
Can we just tell them the backstory of this?
What is that?
On why we're talking about hats right now?
Why are we talking about hats right now?
Well, we always tell people to call in to the hotline. Well,
yeah, we do.
Somebody accidentally called the number on the
page.
They
say accidentally. I say that they're full of shit, and I want to run them. I want to run them so bad. I want to insert their phone number and both pictures that I got off of. So just for those of you who don't know, I received a phone call at about 4:00 in the morning the other night, and it wasn't just one call. Like, they called back to back. They literally called back to back. It's like, it's almost like they figured out, ooh, this is not the hotline. This is the personal line. And so then they called back and left a message, and he said something along the lines of, what do you think this is, Rob Diedrich in the Ridiculous House or something like that? Like flat or bend your ball cap or something like, or bend your hat. And I was like, son of a bitch. So luckily, I have friends in law enforcement, and I had them all over it. And I got me a PDF of their information. So, yeah. And I was I told Jacob, I was like, well, first of all, this is clearly one of your friends because they're from your area, and a phone number just like yours. And when you do the little homework, which didn't take a whole lot to do, didn't take a whole lot of digging to get the information on this person. Only 2 mutual friends. Only two out of the thousands. Guess who the 2 mutual friends are? Yeah, Amigo and a Madre. Yeah,
Amigo.
Jacob and Andrea. So I messaged him and I'm like, bro, how did they get my cell phone number? He's like, I have no idea. And then it just went from there. So then Jacob reached out to him. He's like, dude, what are you doing? How'd you get his number? And then what did he say?
He goes, I just called the number on the page. I thought that's what you guys wanted us to do.
So yeah, Jackass Jason over here. I had my personal number on the Facebook page for since we created it, just because that was what I needed for Facebook when we created the Facebook page. And
I hope you changed it.
I did. I removed it. I removed it. So yes, this is. I was actually going to start the show with that Post Malone song. This is for all the losers. This is for the losers.
Yeah.
But I didn't want it to get flagged for copyright. So yeah. So today I'm wearing the cowboy hat in honor of all of those that hate the flat brim. Do people not realize that curved brims are like they're out?
No, they're
Like,
coming back, man.
well, they might be coming back to Perrysburg, Ohio, but they're not coming back to Sugar Creek, Ohio yet. So,
No, they're coming back all over.
do people know why? Do people even know why the reason why they started getting flatter and flatter? Do they know why? It has nothing to do with trying to be skater boy.
No, what is the reason?
It's because these sunglasses have such a massive frame on them. You can't
Yeah.
wear a normal hat because then it pushes down on the sunglasses that the kids are wearing.
And then they're like,
Yeah, now they're down here on their nose. That's why they started getting flatter and flatter. And frankly, I don't give a shit if you don't like my hat. I like my hat.
shout
So,
out to you, guy. You
yeah,
know who you are.
Jake, I'm sorry, pal, but I'm going to keep wearing my hat the way I like to wear my hat. So
That's still funny, though, that he called the number on the page and not the hotline
dude, I
number.
thought for sure. I was like, all right, here we go. And it brought me back to the Bo Junkie days. I was like, here come the haters. Okay. Okay.
No,
Here
I
come the-
mean, I don't think he's not a hater, man. He really likes
No,
what
I
we're
don't
doing.
think- Well, you gave him, I told you, I was like, I'm going to give him a pass since that is a legitimate reason. But I was going to post his picture. Like, as we're talking about right here, I was going to flash on the screen the two shots I got from him, cropped out his kids and his wife. I was going to post the two pictures of him on here right now with his number. Call now for a good time. And I was going to post the number. But you saved him.
Man.
You saved him. So, anyways, yeah. So the hat.
So what's up with you guys?
Nothing, man. A beautiful day today. We wanted to do the podcast earlier today because of the ball game tonight. It's funny story yesterday. I thought they played yesterday, so we planned all day long for 8:00 last night, and then I couldn't find it on the TV, and I was freaking out. And then finally, Grok told me that it wasn't until tonight. Last night, it was Venezuela and Japan.
So that was a good game.
Yeah, that was a good game. Didn't watch it though. I just saw the highlights of it. We were over to in-laws house to get the furnace going because they're out of town and their furnace is not running, so I had to start the wood because we have a lot of power out here. So my sister-in-law and brother-in-law are leaving for Florida with the kids tomorrow, and they didn't have power at their house for the last 2 days because of the storms. So they came over to the in-laws and they were going to leave from there to go to the airport. Well, the in-laws furnace is out, and so I had to go over there and get all that. So then we were just hanging out there for a little bit and ordered a shit ton of wings to watch the game, to find out the game wasn't even on. And so yeah, so now I only have a handful of wings that are cold for the game tonight. So
yeah,
real world problems. Real world problems. So what about you guys?
No, not much, man. Brantley, we went yesterday.
Today?
What's that?
You said Brantley playing today?
Yeah, he played yesterday and today. He got asked to play, but we went to practice yesterday, and we left the house yesterday probably 7:30, and didn't get home till after 9:00 last night.
Okay.
So it was a long day, and then had to be up at 6 because he played at 8:20. Had to be up at 5. He played
Where
at
at?
8:20 up at Oakland Yards in Waterford, Michigan. Indoor.
Gotcha. That's where he trains.
What's that?
That's where he trains?
No, he trains in Waterford, but
Yeah.
he trains like 5 minutes away at the USA Prime facility.
Okay, so but the place you guys usually go to on Sundays is a long ways away, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
no?
it's so where he played and where he trains is like 5 minutes away from each other.
Got it. Okay. We went to the field. We went up to the softball field this morning because it's about 70 degrees and beautiful outside, and just spent the morning getting Brooks ready for Georgia this weekend. With he's working on drop thirds and scooping, trying to simplify the process for him, because I realized real quickly that I was throwing a lot of information at him at 8 years old. So, in his head, he's trying to get rid of his mask. He's trying to scoot the ball, and he's trying to pick a lane. And I just realized, you know what? Not all three of those are going to take place inside the head of an 8-year-old.
Keep the mask on. Just grab the ball.
Well, and I don't no his natural instance or his natural instincts
Instinct
is to get rid of the mask. It's the calling of the lane. That's
and
his.
inside out.
Yeah, he forgets to do it. He goes to the inside or the outside, but he's not calling it out. And
Yeah.
I just told him, I was like, let's perfect one of these, and then we'll move on perfecting another one. And not
Baby
all these.
steps.
Yeah, not all these catchers 8 years old. They're not all equal. Not all of them can
Yeah.
comprehend all this at the same time. And then we worked on pop ups and holding onto the mask and then ditching it right
Yeah.
before he catches the ball so he doesn't trip on it. Just stuff like that, and then throwing down because I think it's gonna be a big weekend for him to try to pick guys off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's gonna be very it's gonna be
I
a
think
big weekend. I
it's
think,
gonna be playing tens, so they're gonna want to take advantage of him behind the plate, and
mhm.
they're gonna underestimate his arm. So that's good to know because then he can. I think we fixed his footwork, so he was always starting. Brooks is heavy for his age. I mean, he's a thick kid and
Trust me, I know.
he's thick, and so
Yeah.
he does not comfortable in the squat position. He
Mhm.
never has been. He's never going to adopt that. And I think now that you're seeing the older kids now no longer do it either and just go to one knee, we had to switch his knees because he was right knee first instead of having his left knee first, his left knee forward, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've been working on, yes, I think we've got that master now. So that's down and that's fixed. So when he comes up, he's pushing with his right leg because it's back. So
Because
that
it's
it's
back. Pushing his
yes,
momentum up. Yes.
yes. So, and it also allows him to rest his glove hand on his knee because his left knee is forward. So it allows him to, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's not supposed to, but while he's waiting, while things are happening, he's got that. He's got his left knee and his left elbow connected up front, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So just working on little things like that and throwing a little bit. We didn't do any hitting today. We'll hit in the cage. I'm not a big fan of hitting outside by myself when I got to chase all the balls.
Yeah. When you got to chase all the balls, that's not fun. It's not
So,
fun
and I
at
don't
all.
have an L screen, so not outside. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to
Yeah.
take the screen from the cage and drag it all the way over to the field.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Because that gets
Um,
heavy.
that's what we did. This week we'll hit hard Tuesday and Thursday. We'll go in before school and hit hard and then leave. So did you get a chance? I didn't. I forgot. I'm gonna be honest
So
with you,
did
man. I
I.
forgot. I don't even know who we're playing this weekend.
Yeah. Well, the schedule don't come out till Wednesday.
Okay, well, so then we didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you that were living under the rock and didn't know, and Jacob clearly was living under a rock because he didn't make a video and promote it at all. I did, but Jacob didn't make another video. I asked him like a week ago, folks, like, hey, no, actually it was 2 weeks ago. I met you in the parking lot with a sponsor. I was like, I really need you to make videos. I got you. I
Yes.
got you.
Yeah. I've been under a
didn't.
rock. Sorry.
Yeah. So we did a video and where we did a little contest and we have a clear favorite. Okay. You want to know why we have a clear favorite?
Why is that?
Because only one person called in and actually left a voicemail. Only one.
Everybody seemed to keep leaving
They just leave
messages.
They just leave comments. Nobody
Comments.
calls. So we will play the winner's voicemail. He's going to get a prize back, and he's going to get a killer prize back because he followed the instructions.
Followed the rules.
He did follow the rules. I don't even know if I like his response the most. I think I like another response the most, but he's getting the prize pack. So we'll play that for you here in a little bit. But we want to go through some of these comments with you guys because there are so many interesting ideas. And what the thing was I posted, if you could be travel ball king for a day and you could change one rule and it would last for, I don't even think I said this, but it could last for eternity, what would it be? And we got some awesome. And I mean, we've got responses on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and we got text messages, anonymous text messages into the line. So,
Oh,
yeah, and it's a good one, and I'm going to read it. So, where should we start, dude? Where do you want to
I
start?
got one.
Okay,
I got
well, you go
one.
ahead.
I
And
got one.
make sure you read who it is and who it's from.
Yep. This was on Instagram, and this was from L Diesel 2026. Number
Well,
one rule I'm enforcing is banning all U-trip bats. USA bats from 14 and down Also, BB core in high school and for colleges D2 and lower, all D1 should use wood bats.
Okay, interesting you say that. I don't have an opinion on that because I don't have a problem with the bats. But did you see Mike Cairns' message, or did you see
No, I
his
didn't.
comment? Mike Cairns, who, if you folks of you that don't know, we interviewed Coach Mike Cairns from the 16U national team. He commented on the Facebook page, BB Core for all ages. BB Core,
Ooh.
all ages. All ages, BB Core. Which makes it so interesting because at first I was thinking, well, that sucks for the kids. But at the same time, bro, that's ball in play for the younger ages. Like,
Yes.
you're not getting as many going over the wall. Like, that's
No,
ball in.
no, because you got to look. I mean, once you start using BB core, you got to learn how to hit the ball.
You got to learn how to hit the ball, and you got to barrel it in order to get it to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I thought that was, I saw his comment on the post, and I was like, I have never even remotely thought about that. Okay, all D1 should use wood bats. I don't know if I like that one because there's
Why?
nothing, because I love the sound of that ding in Omaha.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love, I think that's part of what makes, the College World Series in Omaha. I think that's half of what makes it what it is just that bing and just the
Yeah.
crowd going nuts. I don't have a problem with it. But hey, if you're king for the day, then you're king for the day, and that's the rule you want. That's the rule you want. Let's keep reading through these. So after I take one, then you take one, okay? So
Okay.
this is from TikTok, and this is from Two Daughter Father, and it says, I'd change the barrier of entry, limit the amount of travel ball teams. To me, that would also help the local rec programs. Travel ball should be a program that has to be harder entry than Little League. Nowadays, a team is being created every month, it seems like. There's absolutely no way 17 travel ball teams should exist in one city or county. Have the kids play at their skill level. Well, that doesn't, I mean, I understand what he's saying, but that doesn't have anything to do with national teams because the kids that play on national teams aren't playing for travel ball teams in their county anyways. They're, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Some of them aren't even playing for the teams in their states. So, I mean, I get what he's saying. He's trying to, I guess, thin the herd of the amount of travel ball teams. And that's not the first time I saw a comment like that either. I saw other comments that had to do with the amount of travel ball teams too. But go ahead. And that was from Two Daughter Fodder. Two Daughter Fodder. What about you? What's your next one?
Hold on. Get another one. My computer froze on the.
Okay. The next one is from Eric, and that's all it says is Eric, and it says all 8 a.m. games are banned. Game schedules for all brackets will be based on the distance a team travels to get to a tournament. Now that does happen though. That does happen. So the 8 a.m. games, that's kind of a double whammy for me because although I don't mind 8 a.m. games. My kid doesn't mind 8 a.m. games because we're early risers. But Jacob and there's other parents on our teams that absolutely hate them. But here's why. And that is because I also like to get out of there at a decent hour. So I want to get the day done. Like, I don't want this to drag into 4 and 5 o'clock in the evening. I would love, you know what I mean? The quicker the games start, the quicker the day gets either done or, either you lose and you're on your way home or you're in the championship game at 2 or 3 o'clock instead of a 5 o'clock. Some of those Grand Park games, bro, we didn't get out of championship games until almost 6. Well, we didn't start until almost 6. Yeah. Yeah. It was nuts. And I mean, there were definitely games in Grand Park. We didn't even start first pitch until after 7 p.m. So, and that was tough. And those were also days where we started at 8 a.m. because we played 4 games that day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I thought that was funny because I didn't see very many people comment about 8 a.m. games, which
neither did I.
That one immediately stuck out to me. immediately. So I am going to read another one from TikTok. This one, so if you don't have a name and you just have a user number, then I'm not going to read it because it's just a bunch of numbers. But this one says continuous order. Everyone hits. Mandatory under 50 high school. Every kid on the roster must hit. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's the way they do it in rec, and that's the way they do it. Oh, we lost Jacob. I don't know where he went.
Hold on.
Yeah, Jacob's gone.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. Something happened, dude. It's that like that day again. Remember that day we had that one time?
Yeah. Okay, so I've got one now from Coach Matt LBC on TikTok. Coach Matt from LBC says every player has to wear the same uniform to play in games. Too many ringers getting brought in, not wearing matching uniforms. If you're willing to bring them in, at least get them matching uniforms and a top. So that was from Coach Matt LBC.
I agree with
Jake,
that.
you agree with that? I agree with that too. I agree with that too. That makes you at least put a little bit of effort into trying to at least act like you had a plan for this and didn't bring somebody in last minute.
Well,
What
it
everybody just got
did
a
my
face.
hand.
Yes. Too, it makes you feel like somebody wasn't just called in off of the portal last minute either.
Mm-hmm.
So JW Sports Card 15 says eliminate travel ball for kids under 6th grade. Absolutely not.
Eliminate what?
Eliminate travel ball for kids under 6th grade. That might JW Sports Cards 15, that might be the worst take of the day on this. So they're saying no. Oh my gosh. He says,
Yeah.
I told him, I said, you need to call in or text if you want to win the prize. He said, less than 2% of high school kids sniff the MLB. So what? Parents ruined Little League, so now they're all create a travel team and only kids lose. I don't know. I don't think that I think that you would be surprised, Jacob, of how many kids nowadays are more realistic to the reality of what that percentage is that they're going to actually be Major League Baseball players. And most kids, a lot of kids, I'm not even going to say most kids, a lot of kids are playing travel ball because they want to play the best version of baseball that they can get their hands on or that they can be involved with.
Yes.
I mean, my kids are realistic and they know that, that there's 1% of 1% of 1% that are actually going to go on to do this and make a living doing it. But they don't want to go and be miserable playing shitty baseball with a bunch of rec kids that don't care. So travel ball is for the kids that take it, I think, serious and that want to play at a very high level. I don't think they all don't believe or have some weird belief that they're going to play professional baseball. Do you?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I think the belief is that they can at least make it to go to college, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least, at least get some kind of,
Sure.
scholarship or something. This one, I just found it was funny. I knew sounded like the guy was just, joking around. It is
Yeah.
big underscore run, ban parents from the stands.
Dude, I saw that. I saw
And then
that.
you
Where
put,
was
that's awesome.
Yeah. Where was that one at?
This one's on Instagram.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, you get to be king for a day, and you can ban all kids. But let me just tell you something. If you ban the parents, you got no travel ball. So because without us, there is no travel ball. So
Mm-hmm.
I understand that you hate. You must be a coach. Shout out to you. You're doing yes, yeah. T's and P's, thoughts and prayers. If you're a coach in travel ball, I get it. And you want to ban parents, you hate parents. I get it. But without the parents, you got no kids. So you don't have anything to do without us. So, but yeah, I did see that. That was funny. This next one is from the Mike Thompson, like the Ohio State, the
Oh,
Mike Thompson. All 12U and down travel stops in the first week of June. The players go back to their town league that they had to make 50% of the games and play for the. Wait a minute. Let me reread this. Okay. Like,
I think
yeah,
I'm rubbing off on you today.
yeah. All 12U and down travel stops in the first week of June. The players go back to their town league that they had to make 50% of the games of and play for their town all-star teams. Town travel. So this sounds a lot like this our local 501c3 does. They require their kids that play on their travel team to also play rec. You got to do both, which is fine. That's a prerogative. I disagree with it because up into this year, our little league that we're involved with didn't play baseball by baseball rules. They played baseball by some different rule where there was no leadoffs, there was no drop thirds, there was 4 outfielders, all the way up to you got to 10U. So the kids, like, it was just a supersized version of coach pitch is literally all it was. So now they did bring in a different president for Little League, so now they are changing a lot of those rules. But I'm not a fan of requiring kids to do both. Because if I give everything, and a lot of these big tournaments, dude, a lot of these big tournaments don't even start till July.
Yeah, so everybody's out of school.
Yeah, so that doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I get it. This is your wish, not mine. It's your wish. It's not mine. But I'm giving, my boys are putting a 1,000% into their travel ball. They got nothing left for rec because if we're,
I guess. Yeah. I guess I'm guessing what he's thinking in that though, like the Little League World Series.
sure,
You have to play for your town, and you have to play in at least 50% of the games. So I think that's where the number comes.
I think that's where you got that number from.
Yeah, because I know in order to play in the Little League World Series and stuff, you have to play in at least 50, if not 60% of the games that your Little League team played in.
Okay, so then how did Lake Mary do that a couple years ago?
Because they play during the week.
Okay, that makes sense.
Little Leagues during the week. You know what I mean? Your Monday nights, Wednesdays, Tuesday nights,
Yeah.
Thursday nights.
That's just too much baseball, though, in my opinion. It's just too much baseball. I'm just saying for us. For us, it's too much ball. We have to have downtime, which is why
Yeah.
we don't. So, like, when we are home, like most of HUD's friends from school, they all play rec, which is, and when we're home, the boys go and watch those games, but they're not participating in that. It's just too much. Like,
Yeah.
I got to have downtime.
We let Brantley play,
You
one
did last
day a
year, right?
week. Yeah. Yeah, until before, his injury, but he gets to play 1 or 2 days a week and doesn't pitch. He and doesn't catch. So he
Okay.
plays other positions that he wouldn't, you know,
Normally play.
yeah, like he played, I
You
remember
still get
last
his
year.
bats, too.
What's that?
You still getting his at bats.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember one game last year he played shortstop. So you
Okay,
see what I
B.
mean?
Okay, B.
He
Okay,
played
B.
shortstop. Another game he played center field. So
Yeah.
it's just stuff like that. Outfield, second base.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I got one for you right here.
You get
It's
it.
on
Hey, while you read the other one, I'm gonna get the voicemail teed up.
okay. This is on Instagram on Did You 8. In PG, I will not allow kids to play down, no more reclassing. If you
Oh,
play for a team and that team wins a super NIT championship, you are locked in with that team and can't be bouncing around playing for other teams and super NITs.
yeah, man. I would say that by far the most responses we got were about reclassing. I mean, most of the comments that we got on all of the channels had to do with playing down. And read that one more time.
In PG, I will not allow kids to play down. No more reclassing. If you play for a team and that team wins a super NIT championship, you are locked in with that team and can't be bouncing around playing for other teams and super NITs.
Okay, so
So
that's
that
two
roster's
rules.
frozen.
Yeah, that's two, but that's two rules. So they got to pick one because one was playing down and the other one was locked into a team and you can't bounce around.
Yeah.
So let's pick the locked in, since the playing down one will cover 100 other times. Being locked in on a roster after winning an NIT, that is interesting. I have never thought about that.
Well, they do it in men's slow pitch softball. You start winning big tournaments, that roster's locked. It's
Okay.
frozen. It's considered frozen. So you can't drop anybody, pick anybody up.
What happens with injury? You have to have enough on your roster to cover that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's interesting, man. I mean, because that could throw a wrench in a lot of rosters, man. If like you go down and let's just say you win Beast of the East with PG, you know what I mean? Well, no, that would be in the fall, so that would be in a different calendar year.
No, Beast of the East is coming up in May. Panama
Okay.
City.
Well, what about the one that was in the
Best
fall?
of the West and best of the East.
Okay, that one wouldn't matter because that would be a different calendar year, unless they change the calendar year. Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
Like unless they included fall ball with that. Like let's just say that after PGI, the calendar for baseball year stops for PG. You know what I mean?
yep.
And there's like what? There's like a month layoff or whatever it is,
A
or
month,
I don't.
month and a half. Yeah.
And then the new season year starts that includes fall ball, which would make sense because they use those numbers in the rankings over the winter anyways.
Yeah.
So like if you go to best of the East and best of the West and you're on a team and you win, you could be locked in then for the spring. That bro, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Because then you would get teams like, for instance, like with ours, that you can't go to that then because you don't have your team.
I mean, essentially, usually the team that you go with in the fall is usually the team you're gonna hopefully have in the spring and summer. You know what I
You would hope.
mean? So you guys would be screwed with boys that play, football.
Well, he would have to go. He would have to go under a different team. He'd have to go as as the Trivio team. He wouldn't be able to go as our team.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. We're taking the other boys. Yeah.
Like if you have one kid, let's just say you have Ethan that's available, because let's say you have two kids that don't play football in the fall next year and they want to be part of it. But then you have to fill the rest of the roster with Cherubio kids or whatever. Tony's 12U kids. You better be real careful of how you label that, because then come spring, that would be your team. And you can't do that. So that's what I'm saying. You'd have to go as a different team.
Yeah.
So you did great. And if you did great and won it, then you'd have to roll with those.
Then that's who you're rolling with. I mean,
who you're rolling with.
but what he's saying is playing in other super NITs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
ultimately, you'd be able to play in other tournaments like the World Series PGI, or does he mean all the big tournaments?
I think he means all of them. I don't know. I'm not sure. But that's an interesting take. That's a very interesting take. Is if you win a major tournament, an NIT or a super regional, something like that, that roster's locked in. Like you can't change that roster, you can't flex it. So, and that would also make sense too, because a lot of these teams go in 14 kids deep to those tournaments. So you'd have to take everybody that you think that you might need for the entire year, roster them, and it's locked in, injury or no injury. If you get to the PGI at the end of the year with 8 kids, maybe you could file a grievance for injury. Like if there was, medical releases, you could file a grievance or whatever. But who said that? What's the guy's name who wrote that?
Hold on. I had it right.
Whoever you are, that was a great take. Great take. So it's all right.
His name is Did You 8?
Did You 8? That was a great take.
On Instagram. Yep.
Okay. All right. I am going to now play the voicemail that we got. This is from the winner, because this is the only person that called in and left the voicemail. So you people that don't take it serious, like this guy is going to get a hella pack of Bardstown bourbon and some sweet stuff off the merch store. So
That was the last Instagram comment.
All right, bro, I'm just getting started with my comments. All right, here we
I
go.
know.
So if I was king of travel ball for a day, I would make these perfect game super regional NIT tournaments that have all these national organizations classify themselves as national teams. That way, when it comes to pool play, the number one team in the country who's fully funded, fully paid for, filled with seventh graders playing down to sixth graders that have already hit puberty and half of them drove themselves, all have to play each other. 6,334th team in the country that has classified themselves as majors. Also, been a part of the problem. Now I hate it. So kind of hypocritical, but I'll give you the address of where to send my bourbon.
Hell yes. That is the ticket right there. That is the ticket. I love that. I love that. And my favorite part is the end where he's like, used to be part of the problem. Now I hate it. Like,
Yeah. I think
it.
he sees it from the outside in now.
Yes. God, that was so good. That was
Who
so
sent
good.
that?
He didn't leave his name, so I have to text him afterwards. That was a good one. All right, so while we're waiting for him to respond back, I'm going to read you one of the text messages we got, okay?
Okay.
So this is from area code 910. I don't know where that's at, but it says, if I could be Daddy Ball King for a day and change one rule, listen, this show is for entertainment purposes, okay? And entertainment purposes only. All right. There might be some things that we read and say online that we wish that we could take back. And that
this is going to be a good one.
But we're not going to. Okay. So if I could be Daddy Ball King for the day and change one rule, higher gate fees for sub 4 baseball moms. This is a high income sport, and us coaches spend hours and hours training mama's future first round picks. The least you could do is keep your sideline looking sharp. Matter of fact, we can a la carte. Gate fees $12 adults, sub 4 $10. Nails not done, add 10. Not wearing yoga pants, add 10. Hair not did, add 10. Don't laugh at daddy jokes at the Mexican restaurant after we had an amazing comeback against Mitchelltown Warriors Elite 7U National, add 100. Daddy Ball University. That's epic.
Oh, that was a good one.
I love it. I love it.
That's in North Carolina.
Is that what it is? North Carolina. Okay. Yeah.
He deserves something for that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll get something because that was a good one. We had another text message come in and said I would get rid of grade exemptions. So that was a pretty popular take. I'm not gonna lie. The grade exemption was a pretty popular take.
That's what I saw on mine. On mine was a lot of grade exemption, wait till high school, stuff like that.
Off, get rid of grade exemptions for 13U and above or 13U and below. And then let's go back over here. Let's go back over here to TikTok. So this is from John Mezzatesta. John Mezzatesta said MLP umpires. Yeah, that's never going to happen.
The way they charge, you might think they could.
Right? We're already bitching about baseballs, let alone, dude, we got hate on baseballs too. Okay, from Thomas Reese, universal pitch count regulation across the board. All tournament organizations and leagues held to the same standard. I do like this.
I do like that one.
Yes, I do like it. Just because of the fact that you go to a U-Trip tournament and there's no... Why is that? Why does U-Trip not have pitch count, like pitch rules? Like
they do, but they go off, I'm guessing, game changer. I mean, you can't pitch 3 days in a row.
No, but like when we were in Florida and that was a U-Trip event, everybody was kind of walking around trying to figure out like what the rules are. And finally, we have attorney Tony on our team. And, we call him attorney Tony Wickman. He's not an attorney, folks. We just call him an attorney because he's like our team attorney for when it comes to pitch rules, because he's really good at understanding this stuff. Nobody really knew. And then finally, I think somebody said they think it's innings. That might be innings, could be innings.
Six innings for the weekend?
maybe. Okay. See, we don't know. We don't know. So yes, so that's a great.
I do
great,
like that. When I saw that one, and I was like, "Ooh, that one
it should be
really
across
sticks." Yeah,
like for 13, maybe what like maybe 13 or 14U and under across the board, all of it the same.
yeah.
PG, U Trip, USA, all of it.
You guys
Ripken,
all get together and figure it out.
yeah, all the same. It should all be the same. And that, you know what'll happen? We'll get somebody like who's the baseball? Do we have a baseball player on the new presidential health board that we have with who's on that? It's we have a WWE wrestler. We have Mike Tyson. We have JFK Jr. heads it up. But there's somebody. There's like isn't Logan Paul or somebody on it?
Jake Paul.
Is he on it? Somebody.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it should be. They changed the food pyramid for Christ's sake. So they like literally flipped that some bitch upside down. You saw that, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I did.
What are you laughing about? It's real.
Just because, man. I know. That's why I'm laughing.
This is not made out of tin. This isn't tin. This is a cowboy hat. It's not a tin hat. Not a conspiracy theorist.
You put that on and you started acting very different. Very different.
Hey, I got one. You ready? Got one. Peg's Cowboy says, out of all the things,
It suits you because you got a cowboy hat on.
listen, restate the question for the listeners at home. If you could be travel ball king of the world for one day and change any rule on planet Earth, Peg's Cowboy says, for you to bend your hat, Unc.
What?
For me to bend my hat, Unc.
He called you Unc and everything.
He called me Unc. Yeah.
Unc. Oh, that's funny.
Not Peg's Cowboy. I don't know if you saw this, but did you see that we had we posted the short of Jacob and I talking about the reclassification episode that we did. Did you see that there's 78,000 views on that video? That just, we're going to have to revisit that conversation, because I think that's a conversation now that people are way more passionate about. That we took a match and we threw it on a fire and we had no idea that there was gasoline.
I was just going to say that there was.
We had no idea. Yeah, we were literally, that conversation came from you and me before we started the podcast, brainstorming about topics.
Yeah.
And it was just
this is something that we've been hearing for years now.
It has, but it's not.
But I guess it never really affected us until we started seeing it towards the end of last year. Well, you guys started seeing it towards the end, and then you start noticing it more and more.
Yeah.
And just the size difference.
The size difference is how it came to be more of a topic, just because of the size of the kids. And then also it came into play for me because of Brooks being so little, playing up all the time. And like, man, what am I doing? Should he be playing with his correct age or his grade? You know what I mean? Because his grade is up there, but his age is down here.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it happened. We had no idea that it was going to spark the interest that it did. So I think we'll revisit that and I
think we need a guest for that one though.
Well, not just that, but I've been slowly like doing a little bit more homework and putting my notes off to the side of getting some numbers through USA Baseball and PG of, what the world thinks as far as a rough estimate, because there's, for all the schoolers out there and like all of the private schools, there's no public information of reclassing. So the numbers are really, so it's
skewed.
It's going to take a little bit more homework before we get any too in depth on the conversation. But I want to have two parents sit down, that one that hates it and one that doesn't
use it.
Yeah. And I don't want it to be an argument. I just want to hear both sides of it.
I watched a reel on Instagram. Yeah, on Instagram. Some lady talking about it.
Yeah.
Talking about homeschool. And I comment on there that we just had this conversation on our podcast. if she'd want to get in more depth and want to be a guest. I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Okay.
I think you liked the video too. She talked about how, what your state allows for reclassing.
Yeah. She's
I
in
can't think of her
California,
name.
I think, right?
Yes.
She has her own, like, she travels around and speaks about this.
Yes.
Yes, I did. I came across her page and I started following her.
Yep, so did I. When I saw that video, I was like, ooh, this might be a good person to have on. This episode is probably brought to you by Bardstown Bourbon and Green River Whiskey. There's something about the end of a day of a long tournament day. The sun going down, cleats kicked off, and parents swapping stories in the hotel lounge. That's where a good pour of Bardstown Bourbon delivers that deep, layered flavor that makes you slow down and enjoy the moment. Or maybe a glass of Green River Whiskey. Smooth, dependable, and built on tradition, just like the game we love.
Love it. Thank you, Jacob.
You're welcome. Did you see that screenshot I sent you? I sent you and the screenshot I sent to you
earlier
and the sponsor.
Yes, I did. I did see that. I'm sorry. I just went to the screenshots that you sent me and I was looking at the pictures that I sent you of the prank color. And it just startled me there for a second. Because it was in the text message. But yeah, I did see that. I wanted to read a couple more comments that we got before we say goodbye. Coach Carter on TikTok says, remove all parents. Again, remove all parents. Again, Coach Carter. That sounds fun. But do you really want all these kids all alone? And without the parents, you have no kids.
Yeah.
So sounds great, but your son isn't getting to play with anybody if there's no parents. So what were you going to say, Jacob?
Is there any more you got?
Yeah, I got two more.
Go ahead. I'll wait till afterwards.
Okay, so from Sean Jacks on TikTok, no 8 a.m. games, no state of play. That's two. Got to just pick one. No 8 a.m. games, no state of play. No more than 3 games a day, preferably no more than 2. More game balls. We didn't pay $2,000 entry fee plus parent gate fees to shag foul balls. The reply to this was no more.
Well, I do like the no state of play.
Yeah, the state of play. Yeah. So, and also we're finding out more about this, folks. We're finding out way more about the state of play. So I used to think that the state of play was a benefit to the hotel, and that is not the case. The benefit
is to the park.
Yes, it's to the organization. I thought that this is just dumb me. This is just dumb cowboy me. Okay. I'm just dumb cowboy today with my flat brim hat. I always thought, Jacob, that the state of play benefited the hotel because I thought maybe the coaches got to stay for free. Maybe the tournament organizers got to stay for free. That's not the case at all.
That's not the case at all. It
benefits
the organization.
Yeah.
They get a cut of every room.
Yeah, it's racketeering. So for those of you that don't know, my opinion on this is state of play, whether it's PG, whether it's U-Trip, whether it's I don't care what it is. It is in your face legalized racketeering. That's what state of play is. Mm-hmm. And I think that every parent across the board
extortion.
Boycott it. I don't think anybody should put up with it. And the only ones that do continue to put up with it are the ones that are too scared to buck the system. But if you all stopped doing the state of play, they would have nobody come to their tournaments and they would make no money off of us. So I think that state of play should stop, and it should stop immediately. Let parents go find any hotel, any Airbnb. And first of all Airbnb and Verbo, they should be in the forefront of fighting this. Because they don't get to utilize their industry. So, because here's the problem is that you sons of bitches want us to stay to play, and then you bitch at our kids.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you guys don't know that there's
It's
going to be a
there.
bunch of kids. Like, you don't know there's going to be a bunch of kids staying there. You guys are the ones that agreed to this.
They forced us to book our hotel with you, and then you bitch because we got a bunch of kids in your hotel. Like,
Yep.
pick one.
Just like I was looking at the reservation for this coming up week.
Yeah,
There's 10 different teams
bro, out of
staying
control.
at our hotel.
Plus a podcast. Yes.
We're going to need a
Yeah.
conference room.
Yeah, plus a podcast. So
Yeah.
I think that if everybody got together and universally, maybe we should start a Travel Dads podcast petition. Maybe we should start a Travel Dads podcast petition of boycotting all future state of play events. Boycott them.
Yeah.
It's racketeering, folks. It's
It
racketeering.
is right in your face.
It's right in your face, and nobody does anything about it. They're just like, watch this. These parents are so stupid. These parents are so stupid. We can literally tell them where to lay their heads at night with their baby.
I mean, how many times have we not stayed? We said, screw it, we're not staying. That's what I'm saying.
Bunch. So,
and then we get the text like, hey, if you guys don't stay, they're gonna have to charge the whole team. Oh, I'm sorry, I booked an Airbnb.
That's only happened one time that I know of, that our whole team got together and paid the penalty, because our whole team was like, yeah, we're not doing this. It was in Florida, wasn't it? Because everybody
we were
wanted
gonna be there for a week, and everybody was bitching that they didn't want to be in a hotel for a week, 6 days.
Yeah. And listen, it's our issue for those of you that are just tuning in. Saddle up. Okay. Our issue.
Look like Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels,
the heartbreak kid, long hair,
greasy.
Yeah.
My hair's not greasy, but our issue is not with the hotels. Our issue is not with the tournaments. We're obviously playing in the tournaments. We love PG. PG's our favorite events of the year. We have no issues with that. We love U-Trip. We love Ripken. We love USA. We love them all. If we didn't love them all, we wouldn't play them. Our issue is this, okay? When you make us stay at your establishment, okay? When you work that out, okay? Number one, you're forcing us to then eat your breakfast, wash our clothes in your laundry room, if you even have one, and you have our kids swimming in your pools and all that other stuff. Okay. It is not just the little intricacies of being told where you have to sleep at night. It is the food, people. It is the cost of food. When you stay to play, not every hotel is a suite. Not every hotel has got a grill outside. And if they do, it's usually 1 or 2 grills for 500 people that are staying in this hotel. So
it's gonna be like for 10 teams this weekend. Like,
right. So it's not just the simple fact that we know that you're forcing it, and we know that it's racketeering and extortion. We know that. It's the fact that we then have to go even above and beyond with the funds to make it through the weekend, because we have to eat out every freaking meal. Every meal we have to eat out. Where if we go and we stay at an Airbnb, or if we stay whatever in a condo down the road, we can then cook food. We can then cook meals that aren't fast food or $100 a head at a steakhouse. We can go to the grocery store and cook food and save money. So
what you spend at the grocery store is what you're going to spend on one meal, for your family.
It is out of control, and we're not the only ones that think this way, and we're not the only ones that feel this way. So maybe we will start a Travel Dads podcast petition. These are the tens of thousands of people that hate stay to play and think that it's bullshit. And literally just throw parents back a little bit of a bone. You know what we'll do? Jacob, I have a perfect idea. We'll stop bitching about baseballs if you stop making us play in your hotel.
Yeah.
How about
one with the other?
Horses. How about them horses? How about them horses right there? How about them horses? Okay?
Yeah.
You give a little, we'll give a little. Okay. You want the home balls back and the foul balls back. If you don't want the foul balls going into the team bucket, as Rick said on the comment, making their way into the bucket, then we'll make sure that all the balls get back, no matter where they go. If you stop making us stay in hotels.
But you know what? Did we when we went to TBS, we didn't have play to stay.
Was that the Myrtle?
Yeah.
I think we did. We just didn't.
No, because another family stayed at
Is that the one that we paid the penalty? That could have been the one we paid the penalty at. Was Myrtle.
Or was it Florida?
I don't know, but one of those. I mean, yes. I'm just
Because
saying,
we stayed in a condo together.
we did. We stayed in the
We
condo
stayed
together.
in the condo, and
Adam
then
and
I
Jackie
know.
stayed in a condo with Judy.
Yep. So that's why I said I don't think it was a play to stay.
But one of those big ones, either Florida or Myrtle, we paid.
I think it's Florida. USSSA. We paid. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another thing, folks. For those of you that are just getting into it, if you choose not to stay at a stay to play, then your whole team has to pay a penalty, cash penalty for not staying in one of their chosen hotels.
But it's only a certain amount of number. Remember, it's only a certain amount that have to stay at the hotel.
Yeah, but it's not fair to those that do have to stay.
9 to 10 families.
Yeah, out of 11, only 10 of them have to stay.
11's got an Airbnb. That was usually us.
Yeah, I mean, our team, I know that our team has gotten irritated with us time and time again in the past because we're not at the hotel, but I've tried to explain.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, everybody, I've tried to explain it. It has nothing, it's not that we don't like you. We wish we could. We cannot afford it.
It's cheaper.
Afford. It's not just cheaper. It's not cheaper by $20. It's cheaper by hundreds of dollars. Hundreds of dollars. And then you add in the food aspect of it, it's hundreds of dollars that make you where you either do have your shortstop at this tournament or you don't. Because your shortstop's not coming.
Well, think about it. It was like Atlanta last year when all three families stayed together.
Yes.
You know, our portion was $800, but our hotel was going to be $1,500.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's not even with the food.
Yeah, and then all three families pitched in $150, $200, went to the grocery store, and we were able to we cooked out every maybe like 2 or 3. We went out to dinner.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the state of play
we had
thing.
A great steak dinner that night.
Oh my God!
One night,
bro, it's so much food. So much food.
We ate steak for the next 3 days.
So much more food than what we would have ever been able to do staying at the hotel. That the organization required us to stay at. So I would think for especially the PG people of the world, you know, because they are making so much more money than everybody else. I think that they could release the hounds on that one a little bit less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could loosen the reins because they're making so much more money than all of the other tournament organizations combined, that they could let go of the state of play stuff. And especially places like Marietta, Georgia, like East Cobb, there's so many Airbnbs in that region because of East Cobb. That community would embrace them if they were like, you know what, we're going to stop the state of play and we're going to let everybody go do their own thing, because that's going to boost the local economy for all the local Airbnbs.
We're going to let other people eat too while we're eating as well.
Yeah. So if you're listening out there, which we know you are, because we can see the follows and we can see
the likes and
we love again, PG for the 50th time. It is by far our favorite organization. Am I right? Like, I don't know how else to say this.
Yeah.
But there's some things that you guys could do to make it even better. And one of those, massive,
eliminate the state of play.
Eliminate the state of play. I don't know who's back. I don't know who's scratching who's back and who owes what to, but you're making enough money, pay that debt off with cash and forget about the state of plays. That's my opinion. So,
I'm like that with Grand Park too.
Yeah, Grand Park. Yeah, Grand Park's another one. Grand Park's way stingier with stay. Now listen, PG can stay. Here's something. You can go with recommendations and you can go with affiliates and maybe get discounts, but to require it should not be the case. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You could keep your hotel affiliates and you could get a kickback if you provide links and you provide.
Every time that link is clicked and somebody reserves through that link, you get a kickback.
There are definitely things that you can do creatively with marketing and with kickbacks with certain affiliates of hotels throughout the country for your tournaments, but don't make them a requirement. Let
Yeah.
parents do.
Let
if
it be
parents-
optional.
Bro, our first year with the team, when we went to Grand Park, there was I think it was a state of play, and I remember texting Scott. We didn't know, we didn't have a whole lot of time with the team. We were still getting to know everybody. Bro, do you remember when we took our tent and camped at Grand
Yeah.
Park?
Yep.
Dude, we couldn't afford it. We
Yep.
couldn't afford the hotel, but coach had to have HUD there, so we were all right. So we drove 30 minutes away and stayed at a campsite.
I remember that at a campsite. Yep.
Stayed at a campsite because we couldn't afford it. And it was the greatest greatest weekend of our lives with that new team at the time, because we literally were away from everything and we were at a campsite and the boys were fishing in the river. The only thing I didn't like about it was hot as piss that week. And I remember after that was the year that we won a lot of tournaments at 9U. We did.
Yeah,
we won
we did.
tournaments. And that one we won it, and we didn't get back to the campsite until after we were closing up the tent with the lights of the car to see. Yeah, and that was I wouldn't have done it. Yeah, I would have done it differently. That one.
That's not the weekend your truck blew and you had to wait on your dad.
I don't remember. We just had this conversation too. I just had this conversation with somebody the other day. I was sitting in the parking lot with John Vanacek and Joe Chapala and Sal, and we were talking about something, and we were talking about me breaking down when the water pump went out of the truck coming home from Grand Park in Dayton, and my dad had to drive 4 hours to the truck and trailer to haul us home. Yeah, that was the first year we played for the team too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we no longer have that truck. So
yeah,
my sister was able to sell that thing for a hefty price to a kid that I guess didn't know any better.
It happened.
But yeah,
You said you
anyway.
had one more.
No, that was it. That was all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. I had them all. Okay, no, I did have one more. I'm
I
sorry.
was gonna say,
Right.
I thought you said.
I did. Okay, so the last one before we call it quits. This is from Brandon Michael Grubel, Gruble, Grubel. How do you say that? Grubel. Brandon Michael. Okay, I'm just going to say Brandon Michael. Brandon said, must meet a standard to make a team, some sort of tryout, etc. Stop wasting kids' times and parents' money making teams of future teams, managers, and or fans in the stands. I'm going to read that one more time. Must meet a standard to make a travel team, some sort of tryout, etc. Stop wasting kids' time and parents' money making teams of future team managers and or fans in the stands. So I think he's just saying along those lines of like there has to be maybe stricter standards on making some of these travel ball teams.
What's strict to somebody might not be strict to somebody else.
Listen, man, and that's
like, I mean, if I say one thing and you're like, oh, that's not really big what I'm looking for, and who am I to tell you that you're wrong and can't start a team for that reason?
Listen, Tex. I want you to listen. I want you to listen closely. Okay. I think that there could be strict. I think that you could maybe make it more strict to make national or major teams. Like you could do something along those lines, but you're never going to get all the coaches to come together
to agree with that. Yeah.
No, because what one coach thinks is a top tier player, another coach might be like, he's never going to see the field for me, because
exactly.
you have different levels of coaches. So
in different areas of the country too. What one player in one area is an all-star may be average where somewhere else in the country.
Yeah. Listen, buddy, what one heifer is worth in Ohio ain't what one heifer's worth in Texas. Okay.
Exactly.
Right. Meat's different down there. So a little bit harder to get up here. So
yeah.
Just like my flat brim hats are a lot easier to get than them curved brim hats. So
like this,
like that one. Yeah. So, but yeah, shout out to all the hate. It's funny because we were coming back from the field today and I had the hat on. I posted that video and Brooks goes, Dad, what's a hater? Hud goes, you know what Hud said? Hud goes, I have a few. So I said, buddy, if you do anything in life that somebody loves, they're going to find somebody that hates it. I said, that's called a hate. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but anyway, so
I did
oh,
have one. I did have one question for you.
yeah, what is it?
Now I'm going to ask you if
Okay,
you could be travel ball king for one day, what would you change?
I would change. If I could be travel ball king for a day, I would say there would be absolutely zero. You wouldn't be able to jump teams. That
Okay.
would be that'd be mine. Like if you're once you go into a roster, you're locked. Like I love that. I love that.
Yeah, that was a good one, man.
Sean, no offense, again, no offense, Sean, and I'm not trying to piss on your portal, but I hate that. Like if I could be travel ball king for the day, I would literally be okay with stay to play for the rest of my life.
No, you wouldn't.
I know I
No,
wouldn't. I
you.
know I wouldn't. I got it.
I
I
know
might.
you wouldn't.
I know. I
I
know.
know you wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I guess I'm willing. I guess I'm willing to jump around. You can jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around.
Okay.
If let's
Okay.
get rid of state of play. Let's get rid of state of play. That's what I would get rid of. Yeah, there'd be I would ban all if you clicked on a tournament to enter it and there was a requirement to stay to play, they should go to Fort Leavenworth for the rest of their lives.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
you hate them.
You. If you could be travel ball king or daddy ball king of the world for one day, and that one rule that you wanted to change would stay forever, what would that be, Jacob Marino?
You gotta at least play one day on dirt fields. And let's make championship Sunday on dirt fields.
That is stupid.
No.
Why? Like what?
I don't know, man. I've always I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the turf. I love that. But it's just to me, I mean, I guess growing up playing on dirt, I like it. You know what I mean? The bad hops, learn how to read the bad hops, and I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, to
Okay,
each
then
his-
we'll just go back at least one day, not championship Sunday. Let's go one day
you gotta
on
have
dirt
one
fields.
day. You have to have one day of your tournament weekend on
Be
dirt.
on dirt fields.
I mean, I'm okay with that, but I don't want to sit around for 7 hours waiting for a field to dry on a bad day. I think that, and here's the other thing about turf. I guess the other thing about turf is not just the ability to play in everything but a lightning storm.
Yeah,
It's that I think the game goes fast
it does go faster.
because there's less errors, there's less bad hops, there's less, there's less of those things. I think that's probably why I love the Grand Park fields, because they're grass outfields, but then they're turf infields.
Turf
You know what I mean?
infields, yep.
Love like our high schools like that. You know what I mean? Our softball field and our baseball field is like that. Like I'm not a big fan of all turf, everything. I think that's a little ridiculous and carried away, because I think that every kid should have to try to figure out how to grip a wet ball every now and then.
Yeah.
From the outfield. But at the same time, there's just nothing worse, in my opinion. There's just nothing worse than waiting for fields to dry or playing in muddy sand. I hate it. Hate it. So, but I mean, I get it. I mean, yeah, you also like your tacos made differently than I do too. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I thought that was, I don't know. I thought it was a good little thing to have a podcast about, is to get everybody's opinions.
Yeah.
Change for the day. I got to check and see if we got a response back.
I was just going to ask you.
No, he must have been. So the gentleman that left us the text message and the voicemail, they must have been using their burner phone, because they're not getting updates from me. And I asked what his name was, but we did have a winner. So congratulations to them. The one about,
Shout out to you.
yeah, the a la carte, bro, the a la carte with the sub 4 moms. That was incredible.
Can you read that one again?
I'm going to read the runner-up text. Okay. And you said this was from North Carolina, 910. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So this person said, if I could be daddy ball king for a day and change one rule, higher gate fees for sub 4 baseball moms. This is an income sport. This is a high income sport, and us coaches spend hours and hours training mama's future first round pick The least you could do is keep your sideline looking sharp. Matter of fact, we can do a la carte. Gate fees, $12 adults. Sub 4 moms, add $10. Nails not done, another $10. Not wearing yoga pants, add 10 more. Hair not did, 10 more. Didn't laugh at daddy jokes at the Mexican restaurant after we had that amazing comeback against Mitchelltown Warriors Elite 7U National All-Stars at $100. So, yes, Daddy Ball.
That team cracks me up.
Daddy Ball University. That's who that was. I think he commented on our thing. So Daddy Ball University. So
okay, we'll have to go on and look.
Shout out to Daddy Ball University.
Shout out to you.
I'm pretty sure he's on TikTok, or he might have. No, he's the one that's on Instagram, because we have the mom from San Diego who's been commenting, and she made a comment on his that he stole her stuff. So, yeah. So I think Daddy Ball University is on Instagram for those of you that want to go follow him. So now we're going to play you the winning call. This person is going to get a prize pack from us, and Jacob might just sign a bottle of bourbon and send it to you, or have Brantley sign it. I don't know, but this was a good one, and this is from a caller from Houston, Texas.
So if I was king of travel ball for a day, I would make these perfect game super regional NIT tournaments that have all these national organizations classify themselves as national teams.
We do.
That way, when it comes to pool play, the number one team in the country, who's fully funded, fully paid for, filled with seventh graders playing down to sixth graders that have already hit puberty, and half of them drove themselves, all have to play each other instead of the 6,334th team in the country that has classified themselves as majors. Also, been a part of the problem. Now I hate it.
I hate
it. I'll give you the address of where to send my bourbon.
He knew too.
He knew
he was the winner.
He knew he killed it. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. So
that was. I did like that. I did.
Yeah.
I did like that. That was funny.
We'll definitely get your prize pack out to you, and we'll make sure that it comes from our sponsor, not from us, so that we don't violate any liquor laws from transporting across state lines. So that will come from our sponsor, not come from us. So you'll probably get 2 packages, because one of them will just be merch that's totally legal to ship, and another one which will be bourbon, which is not legal for us to ship. So we will cover that. But good podcast. That was a listener appreciation podcast.
Yeah, it was. And thank you to everybody that commented, text, to the one caller we had.
One, dude. I think
what? Technically we had but one.
Well, we had a winner of the text message, and we had a winner of the voicemail. So we had.
But I'm saying we had 2 callers. One called your personal phone.
Yeah. God, I want to so bad, man.
No, we're just going to leave it.
I want to put him on blast so bad. Yes.
No, just going to leave it.
I know. I'm going to leave it. I know. He gets a pass.
No, but I do want to say thank you to everybody for the engagement and reaching out and texting, calling, commenting.
I wouldn't have cared if it wouldn't have woke me up.
It didn't wake you up.
Yes. No, it actually did. No, it did.
Oh, did.
Yes, because I had just updated my phone, and I went ahead, and for the first time, I went ahead with the Apple Intelligence option. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, when I did that, I didn't realize that Apple Intelligence, you got to go in and reset all of your do not disturb settings.
Yeah.
Then it will decide whether or not it wants to send. Well, when this person called back a second time, I think it thought it was urgent. So then it let the phone ring at 4:07 a.m., which I was not happy about. That's what. So yes, it did wake me up. And then so you can also think now, no longer am I ever going to use Apple Intelligence. I'm going to stick to Chat GPT and be done with it. So are you a Chat GPT or are you a Grok?
I'm a Grok guy.
See, I'm not a fan of Grok. Not a fan of that at all. I shouldn't say I like. I'm okay with Elon and everything he's doing. Why isn't that some bitch made a phone yet? What happened to the dude? BlackBerry, get your shit together and come back. Okay.
I think they are coming back.
Bro, I miss Blackberries so bad. They were the greatest thing to ever.
You're really showing your age.
Bro, I had the BlackBerry World Edition, the black one. Yeah. And oh my God, what the greatest phone ever. Ever. Oh my God.
I
So
had
I still
one of the first. Is that the first like touchscreen
that was
BlackBerry?
the first one with the keypad on the bottom that actually had
Yep,
key.
yep. That's
Yes.
I had one of those too. Yep.
Yep. And then but my very first phone was a Nokia.
Nokia.
Yeah, Nokia. And then I got into the whole Razor flips. I
Yeah.
was one of those. And then back like the late 90s, it was like the key was to get the smallest phone possible. So like I had like the one that was like the lipstick thing. Like serious, I swear to God. You could fit it, the little pockets on your
Yeah,
Wranglers,
the little in your jeans. Yeah,
because I got Wranglers on. So the little knife pocket of your Wrangler, you can literally fit your
yeah,
phone there. And then and then it was just like, okay, now we're gonna start going the opposite direction. So then it came to the Razor that was silver. So the
yep,
silver, oh my bro, and all the analog text across the top. Yeah,
yeah.
be there soon, and it was 8899774. So all right, maybe I shouldn't wear flat brim hats if I'm talking about Motorola races, but I don't think there's anything wrong with my hats, and I think you all should leave me alone with my hats. I'm not going to stop wearing them just because two people said, one of them is my cousin, says that they hate them. So sorry, keep wearing them because I have to wear glasses 90% of the day, and that bothers me. So anyways, all right, man. Well, the next
All
time
right.
that I see, so when are you guys going
Saturday,
down?
Friday morning.
Okay, no, we'll have a podcast. We'll have one Wednesday. So I'm not sure what we're going to talk about, but probably talk about World Baseball Classic. We got the game tonight. How do you think we're going to do?
Well, I hope we win.
Dude,
I hope we
yeah.
win. That lineup is. Oh my lord, that Skeens has to face.
Yeah, DR's no joke because it's not just the lineup, but it's their swag.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like their moxie, people don't give that enough credit in baseball. Like your approach to the game and your approach with your dude, like if you go into battle with dudes that are your dudes, that attests for a lot of runs throughout a
Yeah.
tournament. So
Yeah,
and
man, they just carry themselves a lot different. It's like a
they
party
do.
to them.
It's party. And why do you think? So let me ask you this: you're a perfect person to ask this question. Okay, my Mexicano friend. Okay, why do other nationalities? Why are they so much more? Why does it appear as though they're so much more passionate than the United States, or does the United States just come off?
In my head, I think it's the journey to get there.
Okay.
Financial versus no financial.
Okay.
They feel like they've worked a lot harder. I mean, I'm just saying they feel like they've worked a lot harder to get
No,
with less.
but I'm talking
They've
about
worked,
fans. I'm talking about
huh?
like the fans' perspective.
Well, that's just the swag, man.
Is it?
It's a Caribbean island, Caribbean party, fun, always warm, dancing. I mean, we see
And
it. I mean, you can say
they're so proud that somebody from their
yes,
island made it.
yes.
Okay.
I
Because
thought you meant the team. I thought you meant the players and stuff.
no. I'm not talking about because the players. If the fans weren't in the stands, the players wouldn't have nearly the
They
juice that
would
they
feed
have.
it. They would have nothing to feed off of.
Right, but they are feeding off like they're allowed. I feel like the players, especially with the Dominican Republic team, and the Cuba team, and the Puerto Rico team, and the Venezuela team, all of those South American teams, okay, all of them seem like it's like they let their guard down because their people are there. Does that
Yes,
make sense? So
it's
they
almost
let
probably like home. They feel like they're at home.
Yes, they do. And I'm wondering why are the fans that juiced up? And is I mean, I know it's pride. I get that. But what pride? And you think it's
You're
because
representing your country. You're
they got
representing the land that you love.
they made it.
Yes, but you're
They
also
made
representing the land that raised you. You're seeing, a fan's perspective. You're seeing people that, I mean, it might have been a kid that grew up, a couple streets over or down the street from you, made it. So you're proud, like, they're proud of their team.
Yeah, because in my opinion, the only place that gets even close to that with that much pride is like Philly, and you know what I mean, like American, like
Mm-hmm.
during the MLB playoffs. I mean, college baseball is a whole nother level. Like
Yeah.
the college baseball is so much more like this. You know what I mean? And those people that aren't into college baseball, they're missing the true passion. In my opinion, college
Everybody, though, I always hear that a lot of people prefer college sports over professional sports.
I watch very little MLB, but we don't miss a WVU game. We will any SEC Big 12 baseball game that's on TV, we're watching that. Even
Yeah.
if we're not paying all attention to it, it's on. Like it's
Yeah.
on. Does that make
That's
sense?
what last night we got home and we were watching that LSU Vandy game.
Yes. Right. And trust me, my kids know all of the MLB stars in the world. They know that. They know
Yeah.
they don't know any college kids, but that the game is what we like, that game better. We like
I think it's because that's the next step. And you know what I mean?
the close. It's the most obtainable.
Yes. Yes.
It's
right there. It's
yes.
right there.
Yes.
You can touch it.
There's way more of an opportunity to make that dream a reality than to make the other dream a reality.
Yep.
I guess. And it just seems like the pageantry of college baseball is way closer to the World Baseball Classic pageantry. And like I said, I was referring to Philly. Like the only time it ever gets close to college level is when the Phillies are in the playoffs. That's when, the City Park in Philadelphia?
No, City Park is a Met. I don't know what their field is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is, but it's whenever the Phillies are in the playoffs, it usually gets pretty raucous there. But I don't even think New York. I don't think Boston. I don't think LA. Maybe LA when Ice Cube came out for the World Series. What was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Like that. Crazy. But still at the same time, you're thinking that's just a bunch of rich people out there that all like, but anybody can go. Anybody can drive up and for $12 buy a ticket to go to a WVU game against Arizona.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's how it is here. Like going to Toledo, paying $10 and you got a ticket.
Right.
Or if you wait till the third inning, you get in for free.
Right. And you get to watch D1 college baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's just I just was curious. I didn't know what maybe the rationality was.
It's pride, man. I think it's pride. I think it's the flag. The land you were born in, land that raised you.
Okay. Well, it'll be interesting tonight. I mean, I want the United States to do well, but I'm pretty sure the boys are rooting for just as many Dominican players as
That's how Brantley is.
HUD has been a Tatis guy since Tatis ever came into the league. Like even when Tatis went through the whole steroid thing, HUD never left his side.
And I.
Yeah, HUD's like, yep, we all make mistakes. I got you. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like Brantley. Brantley's a Javi Baez guy. Not many people care for him. You know what I mean? Yep. But Brantley's since he was in Chicago, Brantley's always been in Brantley's eyes, he could never do no wrong.
And that's the flash thing, which is, I think, you know what I mean? It's because those like Tatis and Baez, like they're very outspoken. They're very boisterous, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's just something.
The new age of baseball.
It's just it's what attracts the kids. It's what attracts the kids. It's what makes it fun instead of being I don't want to, there's so many things you can get in trouble for in the game of baseball. Like there's so many things that you can do wrong that it's like, oh, I just hit a bomb and now I can strut my stuff around the bases and flip this bat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like for one moment, which
it's about me and whatever I want to do.
Because it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do. So anyways, all right, man, let's get out of here. We've been on for a while and we
hour 45.
Yeah, we have a lot of content. I'm going to chop a lot of this up because you and I were on the struggle bus for a few times today. So
yeah,
we'll talk.
All right, man. Love you. See you. Bye.
Love you. See you. Bye.